YouTube.
Yes,
That's
YouTube,
all
what's
right,
up?
man.
Right. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know the day's date at least?
I
Or
think it's no. I don't know today's date. What's
When it-
today's date?
Today's date is
Oh, I should have got
Friday, June the 8th.
it. All right, we're gonna get this cracking. Welcome to the Other Morning Show. I'm Dimebag Doily,
I'm True Powers Mine,
and it is June the 8th, 2018.
the year of our Lord.
First of all, I just want to thank all the supporters of the show, all the subscribers,
Dr. O, thank you, thank you.
everybody
David
that's
Hall.
helped us, everybody that's been with us since day one. Just want to say thank you. Been working on some stuff behind the scenes, so just stick with us.
I just want to say, thank you to the haters that we converted. You started off kind of trolling the pages, but through diligence and rational comments, you guys have actually been, converted into the Other Morning Show, the Other Morning Crew.
And that kind of sucked because I actually liked it, comment on.
Trust
it,
me, as we get bigger, as soon as we get really big, we're gonna get all those.
If you got one listener out there that wrote on the comment that comment on somebody else's and said, yeah, I tried to say the same thing, but somebody responded with a smart remark, that was me. I just like having fun. But anyway, we got guests on the line. You want to introduce the guest?
We got Brother Ron from We All Be TV. A part of his bio, he's interviewed so many incredible people. He does amazing documentaries. Down below, I will have in the comment section all access to
the description,
yes.
where you can go find Brother Ron's material. And
yes, and
educate
maybe
yourself.
he can give us a sneak peek, our listeners, of his new project that he's been working on. Not the whole thing, let's not do a Ralph Gretsch or, the Hawk guy. Everyone dies in the movie. But let's not do that, but give the people a little tidbit.
I don't know, man. You know how it is. You give somebody an inch, they're going to take a mile. Proceed with caution. That's all I got to say is proceed with caution. It's Friday night.
Yeah, it is Friday night. And, I'm from bottom of my heart, brother, Ron, thank you for working with me. This was supposed to have taken down at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
As you can tell by the backdrop here, it's a little later than 5 o'clock.
Yep.
So, it's because Brother Ron has some great information, and more importantly, he has the proper heart to want to share that information with us. And for that, we are truly, dare I say, blessed.
Yep. Nothing
That's
like
an honor,
education.
man, to be on the platform.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had Judge Joe, we had Don Shipley, Larry Rice, Jane Elliott, Jacqueline Van Laura, and the list goes on and on. I don't mean,
We caught a few people in that Venus flytrap.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
but,
so.
Brother Ron, what was it like dealing one-on-one with Dick Gregory?
Well, man, it was a very fascinating experience, a ride or a journey. Dick Gregory, I look at him as a master teacher and a master griot, a storyteller. To interview Dick Gregory, if you ask him one question, it'll take him 2 hours to answer that question. But now you answer that one question, he'll go around the world and expose you to things. Like Brother Patrick, you asked me earlier today, did Dick have any successors that he left behind, any protege?
Yes.
And I'm saying what he told me, by him utilizing this new technology, it amplified his message.
Mm-hmm.
So he exposed a whole generation of people to becoming thought provocateurs. To not only following people, but also doing their own research and learning how to think for themselves.
Yes. Yes. And that's what we are here.
Yeah.
We give you, I often say, guys, don't even bother doing your research, just watch the show. And I still stand behind that because I know in my heart, and let's be honest, folks, y'all ain't going to do the damn research, all right? So that's why we have quality people like Brother Ron and others on to actually do this thing. You know,
Yeah.
and it's truly it's been an amazing work of art to see this thing blossom the way it has. And once again, it's because of you folks out there. It's not us. You know what I'm saying? We're just a couple guys from Missouri doing our thing.
Yeah.
You know.
And some days
That's
I don't
right.
even have no random BS to spill. I be on E. You know, I do. So that's why we have to bring on other people, because there's people out here that has a lot of valuable information, and this information will be key to your survival as a species.
Right.
So if you think this is a game, it's not.
Now, I was going to show everybody my bug out bag, but I thought better of it because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube or nothing like that. Oh my God. You know, but, you know, I do, once again, I want to reiterate what Judge Joe Brown has told us. You need a shotgun, you need a pistol, and you need a rifle. You know, the calibers, it should vary according to your body weight and your shooting posture, okay? And I also recommend you have an axe and a hunting knife. You know, and once again, as always, you need iodine and antibiotics. Those are going to be very essential. And a herb guide, so you know different regions in the country.
So fake like you sick, go to the doctor, get a prescription for antibiotics, get the antibiotics, and then store them.
Basically, yeah. Now, that's illegal, probably.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear it from us.
No.
And this is all a hypothetical scenario to begin with. Good legal disclaimer.
Yeah. Okay. That works for me.
So, Brother Ron, you know,
Yes.
with our conversation about getting people to actually do the research, you know, where do you think the beginning guy or girl, you know, someone who maybe just saw our show, you know, first time a couple months ago, they don't know about, you know, even the Illuminati or anything like that, what could be a good book you could suggest them to read to kind of, you know, inch them into the water?
Oh, that's a good question. It's kind of interesting you say that. I was thinking about, I would tell people to read some Dr. Claude Anderson,
Oh, yeah.
Cowonomics. I would tell people to just be open to reading anything and everything that offers any type of perspective. I mean, don't be closed-minded to anything. Be like a sponge and soak it all up. I would say read Secrets of the Federal Reserve by Eustace Mullins. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, who was the author again?
The Secrets of the Federal Reserve. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming in clear, right? Y'all
Yeah,
hear
you
now?
good?
Okay, yeah, The Secrets of the Federal Reserve by Eustace Mullins, who just passed away within the last, I guess, 7 years. He was commissioned by Ezra Pound. Ezra Pound was a literary giant of the 20th century. He actually discovered and mentored some of the greatest writers of the 20th century, like Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, T.S. Eliot, and people like that, and F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Wow.
He was sad about what happened during World War I. You know, during World War I, there was a lot of loss of human life.
Right.
You know, millions of people were killed. And some of the people who were killed were very talented artists. Many of these talented artists was Ezra Pound's friends. So he wanted to know why so many of his friends was killed during World War I. But during World War II, he was in Italy, and he was an expatriate, and he was broadcasting radio from Italy, disrespecting America. You know, calling, I guess, Americans really bad people, and Franklin Roosevelt had him thrown in jail. And so he actually was in a mental institution outside of Washington, D.C. for a number of years. They commissioned Eustace Mullins, a Virginian, to write about the history of the Federal Reserve. So Eustace Mullins would go to the Library of Congress and get all these files and documents about the founder of the Federal Reserve. Because a lot of people don't know that the Federal Reserve is not federal, right?
Right.
It's like if Beyonce and Jay-Z had a baby and call it Federal Reserve Carter. That's how federal the Federal Reserve is. It's not really federal. It's a private banking entity.
Yes.
And it came to being because Woodrow Wilson, who was a Democrat, wanted to be president. And he made a deal with the banksters that if he became president, if they helped him win in 1912, he will bring the Federal Reserve into existence by law. And that's what he did. Because what they did was they brought Theodore Roosevelt out of retirement, who was a Republican. You know, everybody knew that William Howard Taft was a very popular president. He was Teddy Roosevelt's vice president, but he took over after Teddy Roosevelt refused to run for a second term. And so it would have been actually his third term because Teddy Roosevelt took over for William McKinley when he was assassinated. So it would have actually been, I guess, it would have been his second term being elected, but it would have been his third term. So William Howard Taft was going to be the winner, but they enticed Teddy Roosevelt to come out of retirement to challenge William Howard Taft for the nomination. And what that did, they split the Republican vote because Teddy Roosevelt formed the Bull Moose Party. And the votes that William Howard Taft would have got went to Teddy Roosevelt, which enabled Woodrow Wilson to win the White House. Now, you know, at the end, one of his greatest regrets as president was signing the Federal Reserve into law.
Yes, because he knew
because when we got the Federal Reserve into existence, then came the IRS, the income tax, and all that stuff. And so we're still dealing with that to this day.
I mean, so you could almost say that Wesley Snipes was a victim of that very scheme, utilizing the IRS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's how they
Yeah.
use.
And that could be you, him,
Yeah.
or any of us.
Yeah, the IRS is.
Think about Joe Louis.
Yep. Whenever they
Joe Louis
raise
he was a show.
whenever they raise
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying with Joe Louis is sad what happened to Joe Louis because he was a real American patriot. Like he donated money to the government. He gave $1 million away to the government, and the government still destroyed him on income tax.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was doing free boxing matches during World War II. He was a real patriot. He didn't believe in welfare or anything like that.
Wow.
And they still screwed Joe Louis over.
Because he forgot to realize. See, everyone often says the devil, the greatest trick the devil did was to convince you he doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the greatest trick
Right.
white supremacy did in Joe's case was to convince him that they do not exist.
Right.
You know, even if you help them, you know, you're on the honor guard, you're the vanguard. In the end, you're going to be annihilated because
Yep.
you're not a part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because I don't put knives in bags, they put axes.
Mm.
So, yeah, they use the IRS as a enforcement wing.
Well, yeah, but you know, this is what I was talking earlier about is the fact that all too often when we're dealing with our government and the political structure, as it were,
Mm-hmm.
it's so fakery. It's not real. It's not truly tangible. Oh, I'm gonna put a chicken in your pot and a car in your driveway. It's lies, you know, and people fall for these lies over and over and
Yeah.
over. You know, it's sad that a lot of our countrymen and women out there are as smart as a box of rocks. Unfortunately, unfortunately, and
I'm
that's
putting
a
my money
tough.
on the rocks. I'm just being honest. I'm putting my money on the rocks. You know, give me that box of rocks. We're gonna put a plan together and succeed.
No,
And
brother.
that's real talk, man. That's real talk. For real, man. These people don't get it. People out here stupid.
Well,
And willfully ignorant. To be stupid.
but you gotta understand, and this is where I have empathy for people. A lot of us have been so indoctrinated, so forced to believe these concepts, these out of body constructs that governs our behavior, you know, to such a degree that when you find out that it may not be real or it may not be true or it could have some negative, dark stories in its past, a lot of people can't accept that. And they won't accept that because it makes them look foolish and retarded.
Because they are foolish and they are semi-retarded. What you mean?
God.
I mean, you ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure this shit out.
But you
Like
cannot,
the fucking government is corrupt.
because
you know,
the people are corrupt. This is the government of the people.
The last president we had in office, we watched the biggest transfer of wealth distribution. He gave all the new
But
income go
hey, promise made, promise kept.
to the 1%.
Yeah,
and
he
it's
promised
still
them
people,
that.
and it's still people want to get this man autograph.
Well,
You know,
you know,
come on, man.
He can play the sax, but
they
he can
eat
sing
porky
Amazing
beans,
Grace like an angel.
You know, they can't even get no, they can't even afford hot dogs with their porky beans. They just eating porky beans, and they still want to get this man autograph when he transferred all the wealth.
But it's called trickle down.
Then you said trickle down.
You know, Trump's gonna make it rain on the American people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess they probably are American. Some of them probably are. I don't know.
Now, Brother Ron, do you have any opinion on the educational system such as it is?
What about the educational system?
Like your opinion on it. How can we fix it, or does it even need fixing?
We need to start over. It doesn't mean fixing. It's working the way it's supposed to work. Unfortunately, Malcolm X said it best. He said, "Only a fool will let their enemies be the primary educators of their children."
Yep.
But
if you let your enemy define who you are, I mean, what you expect?
I mean, seriously, if you homeschool your children, you're in risk of, so much negative blowback from that. You know what I mean?
You don't even really gotta. You ain't really even gotta homeschool them. You just gotta tell them the truth when they come home with that bull crap. Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna hear that.
You need to sit down. You tell your kids the truth, but you also explain to them that this is the truth. But in order to pass this class, you gotta go along with the bullshit. So just put the shit down so you can get through what you gotta do. Because they don't teach these kids in America to learn. They teach them how to pass a test.
Right.
So.
Right. And listen, guys and girls, this should be the writing on the wall. This should be the warning sign. The reason why they're not educating you properly is because the end goal for you isn't to live the picket fence with ham supper. It's basically to die. And as you're dying, you're going to pay. No, with cancer and shit like that. And as you're dying, you're paying them. You're paying them that little chemo money. Mm-hmm. And they're going to tap your $1 million life health insurance policy to the million. And then you're not, I'm sorry, we just got to hospice you and you're peace out. Yep. All right? So, when you realize a system can never fail you if it was not designed for you, and truly internalize that and understand, then you will start the journey to true critical thinking, because you will figure out that you're in big trouble, as we all are. Those of us will accept this reality, and many more of us will once again willfully deny the obvious truth right in front of our face.
If you working 60, 70 hours a week and you still can't pay your bills, how much critical thinking you need to understand that this ain't working?
Well, look, if you're working that many hours,
the majority of the people are in this country is working these hours.
Listen, if you're working that kind of hours and you elect to live in Beverly fucking Hills, when you can't not even afford a property tax on your property, dude, that comes.
But where's that happening?
What do you mean?
Where's that happening? That's like a handful of people. I'm talking about the average, everyday Joe and whatever you want to call the female. They get up. Mm-hmm. Some of them working 2 jobs. Some of them even working 3 jobs.
But I think people like that are doing just fine economically. It's the people who are waking up, grabbing up the sign. Hey, I'll fucking work.
They making more money than the motherfucker going out there working 12 hours on the shelf.
So they say.
Man.
That's all speculation. When you see the same dusty bum, and that's what they are.
They ain't dusty bums. I seen the dude go out there with a sign got out of an Impala.
Man, stop it. I'm tired of these trophies. Man.
That's a profession now, begging. I seen that shit when I was out in Colorado. I was like, damn, they do this shit back home.
They were begging out there, huh?
Fuck yeah, they was begging with the same bullshit ass signs and some clean, dingy clothes.
It's funny that you mentioned Colorado. As we go towards the end of this, I guess, marijuana prohibition, hopefully we'll see some social justice come out of this, where we actually see men and women criminal records that were, nonviolent offenses, involving just marijuana, expunged, and their rights to vote once again reinstated.
Good luck with that.
I mean, I think that's fair enough.
I think it's fair too, but I'm just saying good luck with it.
I mean, so brother, if you had a chance to actually, tell Donald Trump something positive, like he could possibly do with the country, what would it be?
I would be abolish student loan debt. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Abolish it.
I mean, it's not really that fundamentally. Fuck, you choose to take the debt.
No, man, that system was designed to do. Man, they done stole a whole generation of kids' wealth before they was even able to earn it.
Well, doesn't Betsy DeVos have some
so that means
finger in there?
So that means that generation's done. You know who they working on now? They're working on our kids' money. They finna steal that money. It's more student loan debt than any other debt in this country can bind. It's more student. Yes, it is.
I mean, no, I'm not disputing the record there, but I'm saying that if you
And that's
choose,
what people got to understand about student loan debt. When you got to understand that people always talk about the 1960s and all this social justice movement and all this stuff they were doing. The reason why the young people were able to get involved in those movements back in the 60s, because they were coming out of school, they didn't have student loan debt.
Yeah,
you could basically go to school for free at places like UCLA, where Judge Joe Brown went to school at. This is before Ronald Reagan became governor of California, and then everything changed. This country is $21 trillion in debt.
Ooh.
America has never paid what it owes. Donald Trump is a mirror to America. He has never paid what he owes. He is a trust fund baby. He is a product of corporate welfare. His family fortune was subsidized by the federal government. So ain't no such thing as you pull yourself up by your bootstraps and make it on your own.
Right.
That's one of the
You can't become a president without having that trust fund.
Yeah. That's one of the greatest lies ever told in this country.
Yeah.
Pulling yourself up by it. Self-determination. You're not gonna get anywhere without somebody's help in this country. You're gonna need somebody to put you on.
That's all across this whole planet.
Yeah.
There's no magical lucky fucking charm with unicorns and fucking I'm just a gumshoe worker. No, this is bullshit. It's designed to keep the worker fucking head down. Oh, one day I'll be rich. That's why I'm a Republican. All this stupid ass rhetoric. When we can make things right now, folks, we have the power to do it right now, not tomorrow.
Let me put this on y'all mind too. You think Queen Elizabeth knows how to clean her toilet?
No. Absolutely.
Some of the wealthiest people on the planet, listen to me well, some of the wealthiest people on the planet never had a job. You got some of the poorest people on the planet got more than 5 jobs and they still poor.
Yeah.
You tell me
Think about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The majority of the world is in poverty under this system.
Yeah, but that's that. Once again, that is the causation and effect of the system's mechanics.
Capitalism don't work.
They had that in mind.
Yeah.
They had her in mind, not you.
Right. Capitalism doesn't even work without poor people. It doesn't work without poor people.
Yeah, you have to exploit. You have to exploit something.
Yeah, because a person that's got a lot of money, they don't spend a lot of money. Why would just because I got $1 billion don't mean I need 20 cars.
No, but and also when you have that kind of money, you're always getting free shit. Here, try this out.
Right.
Maybe you'll buy it. Here, try this tractor out. Maybe you'll buy. All right, you always get shit thrown at you, but you gotta understand the game, kids. I'm talking to the young people. You older folks, I hate to be brutally honest, but you're already out the game and you're already on your way to the graves, and that's just what it is. Now, but the younger people, the ones who can actually affect change, guys, it is totally up to you. Please. Don't be like your older, siblings or your mother and father. Don't be lazy. Get and learn this information. Read these books and actually internalize this information. And, I'm personally working very hard to create a network where we can plug each other into and really affect a global change.
Because the Fourth Reich is live and well in this great state of the United States.
Well, it's more like Hydra, tentacles in all countries. I mean, you have racist ass Koreans. You can't go into certain Korean bars because
they got Korean bars. Where?
In Korea. South Korea.
Okay, I thought you were talking about over here. I was like,
No,
damn,
it's
that's
like
good.
wherever our GIs went, not only did they bring spam and fucking the American flag, they also brought good old fashioned American racism.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Mm.
got to be aware of that internationally.
Yeah. Yeah, they get that shit out for
Well,
free.
Because it serves a purpose. It serves a purpose.
Yeah, because they need all
You
of
know, a lot of people think that white supremacy is about a guy with some sort of, swastika or Confederate flag. It's not about, now those are obvious representations of it, but it's more subtle in some respects than that. It may be simply as internalizing Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, as if that is the truth.
That's why when they come around with them scanners, it's a lot of people that be, flying them little hate flags and the little swastikas and stuff. When they do that scanner, they be like, oh, to the oven.
Because they have the one drop rule.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. That's got to be 100% pure.
There was a guy, a German guy, Adolf Eichmann, I believe. And didn't he somehow get the Jews to basically march themselves into the oven?
If you did march the Gestapo was going to round you up with their SS troopers anyway. So,
No, it was deeper than that, because if they would have fought back, a lot more would have possibly been saved. It's better to fight. It truly is.
if you're going to die anyway.
Well, not just that you're going to die. It's about living. You're going to live anyways. So don't live on
But I'm saying if you don't fight, you're going to die. If you fight, you're going to die. So I'm going to rather fight because I might have a chance of survival. If I don't put up a fight, it's just right to the oven.
Well,
Or the gas showers or whatever else.
Don't forget the sweat forms.
Whatever else sick shit they was doing back then.
So, now, Brother Ron, can you tell us a little bit about your new research that you're doing?
I'm always doing stuff like, let me see. Like, it's this thing about Confederate statues in this country, which is very fascinating. This thing about taking down Confederate flags and Confederate statues. A statue never committed police brutality, as far as I know. A statue has never committed acts of terrorism against a group of people. Right now, what we're doing, because my group, the We All Be Group Incorporated, we're not just a podcast or we vlog. We're a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3.
Oh, good.
And we do work in the community.
Well, where can people donate to your cause? Do you have a website that they can donate?
Yes, sir. I think basically, let's see. You PayPal. You can look up my email r2c2h2@gmail.com. On my videos on We All Be TV on YouTube, we have links where people can go to support, donate. All donations are tax deductible. And there's other ways you can do as well, too. Like I got a website, r2c2h2.com, that people can go on. They can buy art and things of that nature. But what we're doing right now on June 19th, which is known as Juneteenth, that's when the slaves in Texas found out that they were free on June 19th, 1865, down to Galveston, Texas. We're going to do a historic marker unveiling at the Memphis National Cemetery for the victims of the Fort Pillow Massacre during the Civil War. This was a massacre that was led by Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest, who was the first Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. He massacred 300 U.S. colored troops, women, and children at Fort Pillow in Henning, Tennessee. It was deemed a massacre. And so what we're going to do, we found the grave plots of the victims of Nathan Bedford Forrest in Memphis National Cemetery about 2 years ago. So we're going to put a marker to honor the ancestors who remains are buried there. It's going to be a big event, Tuesday, June 19th. That's Juneteenth, Memphis, Tennessee, at the Memphis National Cemetery at 10 a.m. Central.
Awesome.
That's what we're doing.
And will you also be live streaming that on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, we plan on live streaming on YouTube and doing some other things as well, but it will be documented. And this is what I want to tell people too. Like, this is why platforms like the other morning show, what y'all doing, Brother Patrick and Brother Dimebag, this is very important that we amplify what we want to see. We can't leave it up to our enemies and people that don't give a damn about us to tell our story from our perspective. We need you guys to do what you're doing. We also need the village to support what you're doing.
Yes.
We got to start supporting what we want and what we need.
Yes.
It's so important right now. It's so vital.
Mm-hmm. It's called unity. We really need unity more than ever. And what I mean by unity, actually the helping hand. You know, not some scornful words, you know, some stupid pundit rhetoric to try to degrade people into shaming them to do right. No. You lead by example.
Yes, sir.
You know, you actually reach out to brothers and teach them, or sisters, and teach them certain aspects to this life, what you're an expert on.
Because the descendants of slaves in this country need a economic foundation. That's we need that bad. That is That's
crucial.
People don't understand how pivotal that is. That's like that should be at least 1, 2 on the list. Mm-hmm. Because that's going to be one of the most powerful tools we have to get justice for everyone.
Or if not economic situation, seriously.
If you don't have no resources,
it's going to be a hard resource.
If you don't have any resources, it's very easy to go in there and take you out.
No, absolutely.
Without resources.
Absolutely. And you do it with a smile. Now, Brother Ron, this is a very weird question, and I always ask everybody this. But
that's fine.
Do you have any opinions on UFOs? Do you believe in them? Do you not believe in them? Do you think they're bacteria or sentient beings? What do you think?
I believe like this. There are more things we don't know than we know.
Mm.
There are more things that we do not know than we know. Knowledge is very limited. The things that we know are very limited, and they always change when new information becomes available.
Right.
Over 100 years ago, people did not believe mountain gorillas existed. White folks did not believe mountain gorillas were real. They thought the natives were crazy.
Wait. Mountain gorillas.
And then they saw, they didn't believe they didn't believe in mountain gorillas. I'm talking about the white people, the white man.
Oh, I got you.
He thought the natives were making up fairy tales about mountain gorillas. I mean, you ever heard of this called cryptozoology? Y'all know what cryptozoology is, right?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you study animals that no longer exist or that people thought never existed. And they discover new species of animals every day. Look how deep the ocean is.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no telling what is down there. You know what I'm saying?
Something really
it's like I said, so, and how a UFO is the simple definition of a UFO is unidentified flying object. There's a lot of stuff I see up in the sky I can't identify, so.
Right.
And it's moving and shit. I don't know what it is.
Well, some of those are satellites. But.
Okay.
And, weather balloons.
But is there a thing about some type of black satellite that's been out there for ages? People saying?
The Black Knight.
There's an ancient satellite,
yes.
The Black Knight. Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes. And you know what? This goes back to, this little hypothesis I've been working on myself. Like, what if in actuality all of humanity was once a super advanced race? All right, we actually traveled through the stars, and we were doing our thing. We came across some entity that was way more powerful than us, basically destroyed our fleets, subjugated us, threw us down here on this mud ball, kind of de-evolved us a little bit, and now this is where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did not plagiarize that from Halo.
Okay. Well, you know what? Einstein said it best. Einstein said that your imagination is more powerful than knowledge.
Mm.
You got to have imagination to visualize an alternative way. Because if you believe that all black folks were just slaves, if you believe that black history starts with slavery, that means you have a very limited imagination.
Yes.
And getting back to homeschool, see, people don't understand what school is versus your home. Knowledge itself does not come from school. It comes from the home. You learn about who you are at home.
Right.
If your people do not know who they are and where they come from, then you screwed. Because you don't get that from school. School teach you how to deal with the system. It teach you how to do multiplication and reading and writing. Knowledge itself comes from your home, from your people. If your people do not have a clue about who they are and where they come from, then they have no clue about where they're going.
Exactly.
So that was knowledge itself. You confuse school with knowledge. I be hearing parents all the time, how come they didn't teach y'all about yourselves at school? Because, like Malcolm said, only a fool will let their primary educators of their children be their enemy. Only a fool would do that. And a lot of us have been foolish. A lot of us have been foolish.
Oh, extremely foolish. You know, because, you know, when you think about it, a lot of times, you know, you get these cult type people, you know, oh, you know, bring us to our school. And the next thing you know, they're raping the fucking kids. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like, because a lot of us actually have to work. You know, a lot of folks cannot physically be there with the children. You know, they have to send them to school. I get it, all right? But like Dimebag said, when they do come home, at least take the time out and say, hey, little, you know, kid, do these couple of things, blah, blah, blah. But some of us don't even do that because, let's face it, they're lazy, they're tired, they're uninterested. You know, let's be honest, a lot of you parents out there don't give a damn. You know, you guys don't play ball with the kids. You guys don't discipline the children. You don't really interact. And that's very sad. Because, you know, when they grow up and you grow older, and they're never going to be around you because they really don't know who the fuck you are. You have no one else to blame. When that little orderly up there in the nursing home has his finger in your rectum and he's giving you a prostate exam off the record, you have no one to explain to...
and he a temp janitor, too.
Oh, my God. But the problem, the point is, you know, you can call it karma, which I don't believe in. But, you know, it seems like what comes around inevitably goes around.
I just think the whole
That's universal law, yeah.
The whole education system in this country needs to be just scrapped.
Well, like Van Jones says, though.
Oh,
you know, in order to say a statement like that, what do you have to replace the current system with? You have to replace it with something.
Give me like 2 days. I can probably come up with something better than what we got now.
So like with the Federal Reserve issue, guys, you know, don't fall prey to the sweetness of the ear. Because we have to have a tangible situation that we can go immediately to. We can't be in economic limbo or else we will totally just descend into pure chaos.
You got to start cutting the profit margins out. You got to take profit out of everything.
But now you sound like a communist. And
no,
that's
I ain't
scary.
sound like no man. Please, these people know what the fuck's going on, man. I ain't got time to hear. Oh, you a socialist? No, this is just common sense. If I'm paying fucking $400 a month on a premium for my insurance, but I only see my doctor once a year because I'm fairly healthy.
Yeah.
And why can't that money that I'm paying?
You don't have to do it now. You don't have to. No.
As soon as I get rid of that crappy ass insurance, I'm gonna get sick. And as long as I keep it, I'm gonna be healthy. But anyway, what I'm saying is, all this money I'm paying a month, I'm not even using it. I'm not even using this pot. Why can't that money go to help somebody else?
It is. It's going to help the insurance executives and their secretaries.
Not them.
Oh, so now you want to pick and choose who helps with your money?
Damn right. I earned that.
It don't work like that.
That wasn't given to me.
You don't earn it. The moment you handed that off to those people, they own it. They earned it.
It's just certain things in this country should just be
free.
No, ain't nothing for free. It's a price to pay for everything to an extent. But
see, that type of behavior right there is why we have whores in the streets sucking dick, because of the fact that the economic situation is that bad. I think things should be free. I think everybody in America should be entitled to a house. They should be entitled to electricity and water. Anything above that is on you, buddy.
Or just do it like this. The
reason why you have your land.
The corporations that's over here raping this country, this land of its natural resources.
Yeah.
They need to start compensating the citizens because they have a claim to those resources too.
Okay, now we're starting to sound, kind of communist once again.
No, this ain't communist. This is common fucking sense.
Those
There's
people
no
buy
reason-
those resources.
Man,
they buy the
why
rights.
should you shouldn't have to buy that stuff? That makes no sense. You
Then how
got
do
you
the
got people.
politicians gonna get their money?
The hell with these politicians. They ain't number whores anyway, and they cheap whores too.
I know that, but that's why the corporations
Man,
are
there's
getting
no
over it.
reason why people should be working 60, 70 hours a week.
Well, what else should they be doing?
Fucking spending time with their families, doing something way more productive. You don't need a freaking guy cooking fries. Get the machine to cook them all nasty ass McDonald's fries. It's gonna make your chick fat, and it's the difference between fat and thick. It's all it's gonna do, man. You just sit up there wasting human potential.
Look,
We should only have to probably work about 20 hours a week.
This
There's
is
enough
not
people in
Sweden.
there and have-
this ain't Sweden, dude. This is America. And in America, you're gonna work to the day you die. You know why? Because your daddy did before him. His daddy did before him.
And they all, you know what they all had in common? They were fucking idiots. That's why they did that shit. Period. I'm just telling you how it's enough resources in this country where everybody's basic needs could be met. Period.
But
And
there's
if
too many
somebody,
lazy people. They
man, it ain't too many goddamn
You
lazy
know.
people. It's people out here working 4 or 5 jobs. How you gonna be lazy working 4 or 5 jobs?
But those are
Look
rare,
at
man.
Man, that shit
Most
ain't
people
rare.
are working a damn system. Well, let's be honest.
It's,
Straight up.
you know how many people that's getting money from the system and working a full-time job?
Well, a few, I'm sure. But you gotta understand. Look, we're in a situation now, folks. Brother Ron just told us we're $21 trillion in the hole, guys. Seriously. That means that they was to straight up repo America, take our shoes, our hats, sex toys, whatever. That's not going to cover the bill.
Oh, it's going to be some motherfuckers mad they come get them sex robots.
I just bought that second hand.
Yeah, boy.
Nasty.
Yeah.
What kind of deprived, and I'm not trying to be holier than thou, but damn it, sex is meant for man and woman, one-on-one. Sex is, whatever, at the bare minimum, sex is meant between human beings, not human and animals, not human and tree, and certainly not human and metal and rubber. Come on, man. I mean, think about it. You go to a brothel, right? A robot brothel. Oh, and you punch into the code. And you're like, I don't know, you go there in your lunchtime. That means that robot's probably been on duty for 14, 15 hours. I know janitors personally, and they don't clean for shit. Okay, look, I got to pay you $10 an hour. Now you put your hand in there and scrape out that jizz in the vaginal cavity.
Yeah, but somebody Olay could do the same thing.
No, the pussy's a self-cleaning oven.
No, get the fuck
It
out
is.
of here,
It's-
man.
It really is. That's why it's made for human consumption.
Yes.
Or not consumption. You don't eat pussy.
All
But,
I'm saying is, it's a lot of people that like they sex robots.
I think they're disgusting dweebs. I really do. I think you're fucking sick.
Man, nobody got time to be hearing no mouth all the goddamn time. You just
Man,
want to
you
get in there
can't
and
punch
get
no
it.
R2D2.
You want to get in there and get her done and be done. But nobody done talking there, just moaning groan.
Oh, daddy. And then gets a virus. Oh, you're not as good as the fucking
When you
janitor.
bring that sex robot over, all they say on her back, you know how they got that tramp stamp.
Oh, my God.
It says size does matter. So depending on the sound she make, on depends on your size.
That is nasty, dude.
You just do what you gotta do and just call her there and put her ass back in the closet, plug that
Put that
charger
motherfucker in a
up,
box. And have the
plug
closet.
that charger up and be good to go, man. Shit.
It's just this.
You just
Fucked
gotta
up.
take everybody's fun away.
That's fucked up. I mean, I'm not trying to be buzzkill, guys, but it's time to be
He's
serious.
lying, he is trying
It's
to be
It's time to be serious, guys. Playtime's over. We got to get serious with it because people are definitely serious about their agenda. All right? I mean, a lot of folks aren't prepping at all. How many of you guys, seriously, show of hands, have enough food and water underneath your house for at least, 48 days? Show of hands. Anybody other than myself. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. You're just begging.
I
Here,
thought you only had to have like enough food for 10 days.
man, you better have
You know, after
some-
that 10 days, then you know half the population been killed themselves anyway because they retarded.
Speaking of that, Brother Ron, have you heard about the increase in suicides?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly. But you don't
I
think
mean,
those numbers
fake news, fake news. I'm joking. I'm just joking. It's weird though, man. I don't know if y'all have social media timelines, but everybody's talking about their suicide, near-death experiences today. It seems 1 out of every 3 person on my timeline is talking about their own little near-death experiences with suicide. It is, the programming is real. The programming is real, man.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
so you
crazy.
think it's almost like the lemon effect. You know, one motherfucker's jumping off the cliff. I think once again, I think we have an epidemic, not of opioids, but of attention whoring. You know, seriously, just attention whoring to the max. You know, it's like, oh shit, I gotta get my fix. You know, I burnt myself with hot bacon grease this morning, and I'll type that shit,
Right.
expecting,
And then get mad when the one person on there be like, well, you should have had on the proper equipment
Yeah.
handling the bacon grease or
Right.
whatever.
Or
And then they
take your
get
meds.
pissed off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a part of that's part of
Yeah.
that attention whore. You know, and
Look at me. I just gave some homeless guy 2 nickels.
yeah.
After I stepped over him to go into Walmart, and then I stepped over him after I came out of the Walmart, and I just happened to turn around and had 2 nickels in my hand.
Well, I thought you were going into Starbucks, you know, but I heard they.
Oh, no, they ain't letting the people out around Starbucks.
Well, you're supposed to be able to use Starbucks, folks. I heard that Starbucks is supposed to be like a public bathroom center now. You know, you can go in there. I would hate to be the guy who has to clean those bathrooms, though. That'd just be disgusting, because you public, y'all some nasty motherfuckers, man. The public is nasty. You ever been to like a rock concert, rap concert?
That's why I tell my son when he go in the public bathrooms, I'll be like, don't touch nothing. Your little pecker is cleaner than this bathroom. Just go in there and do what you got, spray, whatever, and just go.
Spray. Oh my God! I remember one time I was traveling to Tunica, Mississippi. I was going down there to gamble, spend a few money. I stopped off at this gas station. I think it was a 76 down south, the yellow, and I went to the restroom, dude, and whoever took the time to actually take their hand with feces and smeared on the mirror like a death, like, they got me, and oh my God, it's so cringy, dude. The toilet paper all had their hand put, like where they unrolled it, you could tell it was all lumpy and oddly shaped.
Yeah, can we not talk about that?
I'm just saying that's why I say the people out here are some nasty folks, man. I just gotta. I'm not gonna say no stories, you know, like the sandwich maker and shit cause another epidemic, but I will say there are some nasty folks out here for certain.
You know it. I know a few myself. It's trifling.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want that. Go ahead, man.
Well, there's really not a whole lot more.
Hey, Brother Ron, still on the phone?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
here.
I'm still here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's still here. Hey,
I mean,
I know there's one
I'm
thing I
gonna
do
take
want,
this.
Brother
Go
Ron.
ahead.
Can you do a little trumpet for us? Can you do a little trumpet for us?
I don't have my trumpet with me right now, man. I'm just sitting out here, chillaxing with you all. But the suicide thing is interesting because I know y'all know about all these black folks they find hanging from trees at Super Walmart
Yeah.
and off bridges at Morris Brown University. I mean, I don't know if black folks really commit suicide by hanging
That's not
themselves. I don't know about that.
That's
I
not
said
involved.
that.
Especially when you never see a ladder or anything in the
Yeah.
in
Or
the-
how to tie those weird knots, like a Boy Scout knots in the rope.
well,
I don't know how to tie a knot like that. You know,
No.
I don't see how it's like.
no, because that doesn't interest us.
I just don't think black folks that go commit suicide, I don't think hanging is going to be the method of choice.
Right. And it's like normally
Okay.
you don't see people commit suicide by burning themselves to death. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You don't. I mean,
Mhm.
it's very rare. Like in Vietnam,
Right.
the monk, doing that for a political. But no, normally people are going to drown themselves. they're gonna take pills, or else they're gonna get shot by either a cop or themselves. All right. So, you know, I think a lot of it is natural selection. You know, these guys know that they're genetically inferior to the majority of us. And it's almost like an act of mercy. I'm not trying to justify their act at all, but it's like an act of mercy. They know that they don't need to be sending their genes down the way, so they do the correct thing and end their shit.
Yeah, I heard about a lot of white males are committing suicide.
Yeah, white middle age males are convinced that their suicide rate is off the charts.
Well, you just did on everything I said after what you guys just said. You're kind of doing the right thing.
Before it's that one chick that was hung up there at that Walmart in Georgia. That tree had been maintained. There was no branches for probably about 10 to 15 feet before you got to the first branch on the tree. From the videos I seen.
But think about it, if you was in a jacked up pickup truck and she was in the back, you can easily set her up.
Man, when that body weight limp, you gonna at least need 2 people.
No, I'm talking about you have her in a big old monster truck in the bed, right? You throw the rope up there, you and her buddy, you smack, he's raping her, smacking her around, and then you throw the rope and you can put her on the back of that bed, and then when he drives off, she'll go flying out the back, and then voila, you don't have no ladder, because I'm not buying that she's some sort of fucking, excuse the deal here, some sort of like monkey can just shimmy up a tree, and then, with rope in hand, what I'm saying?
A noose on your neck too.
Yeah, come on, man. That's
too much
insulting.
work, man. That's too much work.
That's insulting to such a degree. But a lot of people have been suggesting that. And I know where that's coming from.
Be surprised.
That's not Roseanne
So,
Barr
y'all telling me there's video of her hanging herself or
no
trying to hang her?
What from the video the new I saw some videos from the local news coverage down there, and they was showing like the tree and stuff. They had it was basically like their local news broadcast. I was watching a video of that story through the local news down there.
Okay.
And they was talking about that's how I seen the tree.
Now,
and
what
all
about
the
her
other
people?
stuff.
Does she not have people in that region?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. They didn't say anything about it. But I just know if you black down there, you need to watch your back.
Well, honestly, if you're black,
we know it's interesting, but where's the tree? That happened in Walmart parking lot, right?
Yeah.
And where are the cameras?
But where's the video footage? They got video cameras anywhere? I mean, it's super Walmart, right? It's a big Walmart, right?
Right.
Half the time, them cameras don't even work.
Around.
Well, yeah, they should have had, but a lot of the stores don't have security guards driving around, especially in like a rural situation. But once again, I think a lot of those videos are actually directed or guided by somebody in the control room, so they might have been looking at something else. While old girl, now she wasn't. Do we know if she was sexually assaulted or anything? Or was
they didn't say. All they said that the police said that she committed suicide, and I was looking at the tree, and I'm like, no.
Well, that's just now. Listen now. The government
Man,
has
ain't
been
no black
known,
people finna hang themselves.
the government has been known to say that people have committed suicide by multiple gunshot wounds to the head. Not just one, but pow, pow, pow. Come on. It don't work like that. Get one motherfucker get popped in the head. They're like, well, they're done.
Right.
All right? Yeah. We're fools. We are straight up fools, people. You guys believe the most stupidest, outlandish bullshit, and you roll with it. And it's so sad. So fucking sad.
Well, I mean, what can you do?
Well, what can you do? You can expose people like Joe Osteen for being a little fucking, Lucky Charms in a box. But when it starts flooding, no, y'all can't come up in here. That's what you can do. You can start exposing.
Because they had to make sure that sucker was open that Sunday so you get that money.
Well, you don't want the smell of the wash up there in the pews.
No. We don't need all them peasants up in there. We need people coming there with money. Also, need that cash. They think it's a game of
But, I heard he's done some wonderful thing for the community.
I bet he has.
He's probably done the Eddie Long thing. And I'm not trying to bash on Eddie Long because I think those are unsubstantiated allegations.
So they all be doing a little nasty stuff.
Well,
they all do.
There's a guy. His name is Reverend Jesse Peterson. All right. Self-professed coon. wears it as a badge of honor. You know, I hope it's just an act and he's just playing. Brilliant man. You know, you can tell he's smart. But it's like, why are Christians producing such abhorrent people? You know, you have this guy, you know, basically raping boys, you know, and everyone looks up to him. You can have another guy out here, you know, when the people need him the most, shut his doors and basically piss on them. And then the icing, I guess, on the proverbial cake, you're gonna have a guy talking about, yeah, I like to be with young black boys because they don't have no daddy, and I'm gonna show them how to be a dad using that old whack ass rap to basically rip off some boy's booty. That's some bullshit.
That's how you get down.
That's exactly how they've been getting down for a hot minute, ever since they kind of came up with some of these systems of worship that we call religions.
Yeah, it's just a scheme to get at kids.
And don't forget chicks.
Yeah.
You know, Pastor Cadillac, you know, he's tearing him up.
Yeah, that's true. Pastor Pork Chop going over Sister Betty house because she can make some mean mashed potatoes.
Oh, pops out those teeth with no grill.
You know
It's
it.
on and cracking.
You know,
It's disgusting. But then you got a lot of good pastors out there, small time. You never will hear of them. You know, they're actually taking plates of food to people. They're actually, you know, when somebody dies, go around and comfort that person in a proper way, not some old crazy ass sexual way. But they get unsung, you know, unnoticed. Who gives a fuck? That's what's wrong with this world. Everyone's about nothing but something at the same time.
I don't know. It's crazy. Welcome.
To America.
You know it. No, just the United States.
No, yes,
We
yes,
gotta,
yes.
we gotta start.
We gotta start because words mean things.
Yeah.
And speaking of words, Brother Ron, if
Mm-hmm.
the who was that just won the basketball game tonight?
Probably Golden State.
If the Golden States win, all right.
Oh, they won.
Now, is that really gonna have a effect on anything in the long run?
No, not for us.
Right. And it's also safe to say that, you know, a lot of people got joy from watching this game, correct?
If you're a Golden State
Yeah.
fan, you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, once again, you know, I'm not trying to crush your spirit out here, folks, but you guys are falling to the lie. That shit is so fucking fixed, man. You know, these motherfuckers are straight up, hey, you gonna play ball or we're gonna break your fucking knees and you're gonna be playing fucking ball down at the YCMA with fucking kids. Talk about what I could have been. And you'll step in line. And that's how they play this, man. You know, I hate for people to get duped and suckered into bullshit. If you're gonna be happy for real. Don't be happy on this fake shit. For one, those basketball players will never know you. All right, you're, I'm the Braves fan. They don't get two rats' ass. You know what I'm saying? You go to their house, knock on their door. Oh, I watched you ever since you was in junior. Motherfucker, get away from me, you fucking freak. Now, shut that motherfucker in your face. So stop being fans to that bullshit and be fans of something that's real. You know, start sending them money to the show. Start buying the books and tapes. Start.
We got books and tapes. That's some of Brother Ron stuff.
Yes.
Donate to help Brother Ron out.
Because he has a
I appreciate
legitimate
it, yeah.
nonprofit that you will get a tax benefit from,
That's
folks.
right.
Share the wealth. Don't buy these stupid ass t-shirts that's just gonna fade because some little Asian boy over there in fucking Malay is over there fucking making this bullshit for 20 cents a deal when you get it for $40 a t-shirt or 70 or whatever the fuck. You know, stop. Start using your money right, and we can affect a change, man. You know, it's almost like the prosperity preaching, but without all the nonsense.
You like a Black Peter Paul or something. You know. But we're not, you know, we're not gonna read from any cue cards, or I'm not gonna be reading you stuff through an earpiece.
No.
You know.
Is someone out there in the audience? Somebody did. You just had a sister that passed to the other side. Oh God, that's just disgusting, man. You might as well just pull your trouser down and fart right in their face. You know, I mean, because that is just that insulting.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, and people fall for it. You can see it in their face. Like, they're like, oh my God, this guy's so amazing.
Them be fucking actors, man.
You know,
Them be actors.
it's sad. It's sad that we care more about, seriously, and we get it on the show too. We care more about the fucking presentation than the content of the show. That's the problem. You know, that's the fucking problem. When motherfuckers can't look past, oh my God, he's drinking a beer. You know, whatever the case may be. It's sort of like what happened with, we had a previous guest, and I'm not going to mention no names. All right. And one of his stooges or underlings, you know, had the audacity to write me a letter, you know, email, whatnot. You know, I was thinking it was going to be like, hey, man, it was a great show, you know, blah, blah. We
The
got
content was good.
Yeah, but
I know
no.
exactly what you're talking about. The content was real good.
And this individual, see, I didn't even use the pronoun he or she. This individual went on to state that because of certain activities on the show that she may or may not have seen, you know, may have made the individual I'm speaking of reputation tarnished or some stupid shit. Look, you can fake the people. You can. You really can. It's been proven, okay? But I'm telling you, that shit will always come back and bite you in the fucking ass. It always does. You know, because we do this show with sincerity and from a good, you know, like a good spiritual or at least good point of view. We're not out here like, oh yeah, we're going to give the people a bunch of misinformation and whack them out even farther than they are. Because there are some shows out there that do just that.
Well, they trying to get on corporate media.
Oh, don't even get me started on corporate media. But folks, you know, if you guys take the time, and please, you know, like I said, I'm going to put it down in the descriptions below. Check out Brother Ron's YouTube page. I believe he has Instagram and Twitter. Check it all out on Facebook. Check it all out. You know,
Like, subscribe, and share the information.
yeah, share it. Definitely share it. You know, because if we do not utilize this time, because right now we have a little bit of time before net neutrality really kicks in. I know a lot of you guys have probably been noticing weird ads popping up in your browsers and all this. This is a part of net neutrality, folks. So we got to stay ahead of the curve. And we are working on developing our own internet platform. In other words, you'll be able to come to dimebagtv.com and get a profile, share your videos, share your pictures, and also we'll have a live chat room so you can chat with other like-minded people. You know, hell, use it for a dating site, you know? I mean, you know, according to Dimebag, some of our fans are quite...
Oh, man.
I don't know what to say,
We
man.
got guests on the lot.
Yes.
We're going to stay away from that.
Yeah. So, you got anything else to add, Brother Ron?
I want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to, you know, share in the conversation. This is very important that we amplify these discussions where these ideas are taking place, because our people need to know a different perspective on things, because we all are walking billboards. We all are promoting something. And to me, I truly believe in promoting things that are going to be beneficial for our people. We got to feed our people the right information so they can grow in knowledge itself. So I want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to do so today with you all.
Well, and you know what, brother? Straight up, this ain't gonna be the last time. You know, you're always welcome on the show. You know, we talk on the phone and anytime. You know, you have a message or something, or just want to share something. You know, we can make this happen at a drop of a hat. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate it.
we'll open the platform to pretty much anybody that want to, you know, spew their stuff, you know, as long as it ain't nothing crazy.
Well, we don't do. I ain't ever had no David Duke type. You know, I won't even talk. I mean, fucking year of our Lord, and I just fall asleep or something. I don't have no time to talk to those types because they would not bring anything to the conversation but strife and confusion. So, no, I'm good.
No, you need to I think you just point out the bird traps,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
and that's...
Oh, let me add this, though. I know people are talking about Starbucks raising the price of their coffee
Yes.
to fit with inflation. But we still got Flint water crisis going on 3 years strong, as we know. And also the fact that the minimum wage should be almost $30 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we fighting for 15, but you should be getting 15 more.
Man, 30
So, I
bucks
mean,
an
people are
hour.
very confused about what's going on right now.
I mean,
Priorities are all messed up.
could you picture if a McDonald's worker was really making 30 bucks an hour? They would never miss work. They wouldn't.
I mean, that's how much a minimum wage should be.
Yep. If you adjust it with inflation,
But
Yeah.
who's gonna pay for all that? I mean, that's a lot of money.
the fucking employer. That's why they hire employees or get the machine to do. Like I said, for one, McDonald's should not have a fucking fry cook in the first place. Let the machine do that. You're wasting human potential. This guy could utilize all
It's
this.
coming too.
Huh?
They automating a lot. They got automated McDonald's out west, so they're automating a lot of these jobs now. So it is coming.
Mhm.
Terminator is coming. Artificial intelligence is about to take over this.
Right.
Mhm.
And but it's
They
been
do have
programmed
automated restaurants.
with the bad. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that AI called Tay Tay. All right. She basically became a racist. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be very careful who's putting the codes into the machine.
That's because, like you said, it all goes back on the system. All this technology we have right now is only under this system is only geared for a handful of people to benefit off of it instead of the whole. It's like your home should be self-sustainable. You shouldn't have like a third of your income shouldn't go paying utility bills, where your home can produce all the energy that it needs. Instead of giving tax subsidies out to these corporations that don't do nothing but strip the land of its resources and pollute it, get that money back to the citizens so they can retrofit their house for this technology that's readily available and affordable.
Right.
You know, this is like people don't understand. Like, it's so much technology and so many people that got brilliant minds that can advance this stuff, but it don't get invested in because we got corporations like Walmart pays no state and local taxes. You know, you got the military industrial complex, just almost the whole government budget go on the military complex. There's no money left over for nobody else. And people just think that this is fine. It's just mind-boggling to me. But I'm glad you came on, Brother Ron, and tell the people where they can find you again, get the information, so they can, if they want to donate and get more information from you and help a brother out. Where can they find you at again?
Oh yeah, we're definitely on YouTube. Our channel is We All Be TV. That's all one word, We All Be TV. And also they go to patreon.com/We All Be if they want to become a recurring donation. And all donations are tax deductible. You can also PayPal us. Email is r2c2h2@gmail.com. That's alphabet R as in rabbit, numeric number 2, C as in cat, numeric 2, H as in cat, numeric 2@gmail.com. And they can reach out at me at 901-299-4355. That's area code 901-299-4355.
Man, folks, if you're listening out there, there's the information. We'll have links and all that stuff at the
You're gonna have to
when
do
we're
it
done.
because this
It's fine. We're on the thing, man. Just calm down. It's fine. Just spend
Get on
something and worry about
technology.
it.
Get on technology.
You know it. It
All right.
always comes with it.
Mhm.
It's not good.
Well, just want to tell you thank you, Brother Ron, for spending time with us this Friday. Sharing with us. And
Appreciate it, man. We really do.
Yes.
Well, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, that's all I got.
All right.
You need,
You want to say anything else, Brother Ron?
Man, I just want to thank y'all for doing what y'all doing, man. It's going to take us being committed. Like I always tell people, black power is unity and solidarity. White power is divide and conquer. This system thrives off of fear and us not being able to get together on one accord. If we can work together on anything, we can achieve greatness and prosperity that reaches across the generation. So I want to let y'all stay encouraged. Be encouraged because better days are ahead for all of us.
Right
Because
on.
we all be in it to win it.
Yes. We all be free.
Yep.
Or else none are free.
That's right.
Well, I'm Don Dave Darling,
I'm Two Fires Mind,
and that's Brother Ron.
and this has been the Early Morning Show.
Peace, and we out.
One love. Thank you.
All right. I'll catch up with you later, brother.